In this video, we're going to talk about how to create a surge of revenue in your business over the next few weeks. And this is applicable to almost any type of business. So by the way, my name is Greg Ranger and I help businesses increase their revenue with digital marketing, but not how you might think. And actually, before we get started, if you're looking to grow your business over the next 12 months, be sure to check out gregranger.com, watch the quick video there, and if you like what you see, just fill out the form and we'll chat. So typically, actually a little bit more about myself and my business. Business owners come to me because they want to profitably increase their sales using digital marketing. And even though they have 5, 10, 20 years of experience, and usually these clients, they are well over in the 7 figures plus in revenue, the issue they have is they can't seem to get to the next level with their online marketing. So they tell me that, they still feel confused and overwhelmed by the whole thing. 15, 20 years ago, all you really needed was a website, but today it's totally different. There's a lot of marketing platforms, lots of social media platforms. There's simply a lot of moving pieces, so it's a lot more complex. So, it can feel overwhelming and confusing. So, there's always new apps coming out like TikTok, and actually I'm learning a little bit more about that one and see how I can make it work for my clients. So I'm just telling you this so, it's normal to feel overwhelmed with all this new technology coming out. And here's one thing I tell my clients is, look, you can always leverage your existing assets. So here's what I mean. In your business right now, you most likely have a client list, right? So what I tell my existing clients is once or twice a year, we do what we call a customer reactivation campaign. And this is what creates the surge of revenue that I was talking a little bit earlier. So actually, let me tell you a story to illustrate this. But again, before we get into the story, if you're serious about growing your business over the next 12 months, be sure to check out gregranger.com. Watch a quick video there. If you like what you see, fill out the form, and then we'll schedule a phone call and we'll chat. So on to the story. So back when I used to be in sales for a tech company called Fluid Surveys, we use this strategy once in a while. And again, it's called a customer reactivation campaign. So we use this once in a while to increase our sales. And basically what the company did is we used to sell monthly and yearly subscription to a survey software. So think like SurveyMonkey, that's the more dominant player in this industry. So back to the strategy, here's what we did. So again, once a year or twice a year, we looked into our CRM and we emailed and called all our past clients and all the clients that didn't end up buying. So past clients meaning they used to be a client and then they discontinued using the service with us. So what we did is we offered them a huge incentive to buy within the next few days, next few weeks. So sometimes the incentive was a huge price cut. This is an easy one to do. But sometimes it was added value. So that was part of the strategy. The second part of the strategy, what we did is we got in touch with all our monthly subscribers, and then we gave them a huge incentive to turn into a yearly subscriber, right? So that was part of the strategy. So it's simple like that, but it did increase our revenue significantly. It did create surges, at least once or twice a year when we implemented it. So it sounds simple, but let me outline the key components of this strategy. And actually, before I do, again, if you're serious about growing your business, be sure to check out gregranger.com. There's a quick video there, watch it, and then you can schedule a call with me and we'll see if we're a good fit for working together. So here are the key components and how you can actually make this work for your business. It might seem subtle, it might seem like a simple strategy, but it's actually very effective when you do it properly. So first of all, we're reaching out to past clients. So these clients are no longer giving us money, and we're reaching out to potential clients that didn't end up buying. So these clients did not give us any money. We did spend some marketing effort, some sales effort, getting in touch with them, but they ended up going with a different vendor, or, life got in the way, right? So these are the two types of clients we're reaching out to: is past clients that gave us money, no longer give us money, and potential clients that we were engaged in potential sales transactions, but they did not end up buying. So as the buying conditions change. Clients meant to buy, life got in the way. So this is why we're reaching out to them, right? Even clients that you did business with a year or 2 years ago, it's still a good idea to email them and call them. So that's the first key. Is your first step is going to be to, gather the list of all your past and potential future clients that you might have had business with. And you want to send them an email. An email is a lot easier, and it gives you a lot more mass. So you can email, 10,000 past clients a lot easier than calling them, right? If you do sell a more high-end type of product where, each sale is in the several thousands of dollars, you can engage your sales team in calling efforts. So start out with the email, and then have your sales team or yourself call those past clients. This is applicable if you have, a high transaction size. So the second key to that is, okay, we got the list, we emailed them, we called them. What do we tell them, right? So what you want to have is a very, very compelling offer, right? So something that is, almost too good to be true. So that can either be a huge price cut, or you can add a lot of value to your existing offer. Now remember, with the price cut, if you use it too much, yes, it can damage your brand. The flip side is, if you use it once or twice a year, you can get clients that did not give you money anyways. So it's worth a try. Even though, let's say your service is $1,000, you give it away for $600, it's worth it because it's revenue you did not have, period. So I hope that makes sense. And by the way, type in the chat if you have any questions, comments. Make sure to interact. So the other flip side is, you can add, instead of discounting, you can add a lot of value, right? So here are some ideas for adding a lot of value. So if you're selling software, you can give extra features. So you can add extra features to the current plan. So let's say you have 3 plans, like Basic, Pro, and Ultra. You can give the Basic plan with some Ultra features, right? So that's one added value item. Another one is you can always give more support. So let's say currently your support is only via email or chat. You could add phone support as well. You could extend your refund guarantee. So let's say your product is guaranteed for 3 years. It could be 5 years. Depending on the type of business you have, you could give a 1-hour free setup call, right? With the setup team, so they implement it properly. You could also give tickets. So if they purchase within the next few weeks, they get tickets to a hockey game, a football game, basketball game. You can also give restaurant certificates, right? Good, nice restaurants in your city. You could also give tickets to a business conference, or maybe an industry-specific conference. So let's say you're big into the software world. It could be a ticket to Dreamforce, the conference that Salesforce has. Another great idea is you could have a private restaurant meeting with 10 of your clients. So the first 10 people to sort of respond to this offer, they get to sit down with you for a dinner. Obviously the dinner is paid by you, right? So that could be an incentive to get them in the door. This is more applicable if you have a very, a high value service that ranges in the thousands of dollars. So it offsets the cost of paying lunch for 10 people. So let's say it's lunch is $100 a person. You get 10 people, that's $1,000. You want to make sure that your service is not $59.99, but each client is at least worth several thousands of dollars. Another idea to add value instead of discounting is to provide something physical that is valuable. And again, the key thing to make this irresistible is adding something that is valuable, not cheap, right? So you want to add a book, but not any kind of book, maybe a bestseller in your industry, maybe a book you wrote, but something that gives value to the client. So it's not just like something cheap. It needs to be perceived well. You could also, if you're selling physical products, you could, instead of discounting the unit, you could just do a 2-for-1 or 3-for-2 or something like that. And depending on your industry, another thing you could do to add value is to offer longer payment terms. So maybe right now it's net 30 days, you could extend it to net 60 days and so on. And also to remind you, if you're in software, you could reach out to all your monthly users and try to convert them to yearly users. Okay, so that's one component. That's how you can add value. Now, another key is you want to have a clear deadline, right? So you want to say, hey, to claim this offer, you need to respond within the next 2 weeks. You want to have a precise date, so like, December 15th or November 27th and so forth. You want to have some real urgency. So in the case of the restaurant example, if you only have 10 spots, well, you can say, well, while spots are available, you can claim this. Otherwise, first come, first serve. So that will add some urgency to your message. So that will make people respond faster to your message, to your email. And this is good. We want people to act now and act fast. Another key component of this promotion is you do want to have a reason why you're doing it, right? You want to say, hey, look, it's the end of the year special, or in our case, what I used to say as a salesman is like, hey, I really want to get my quarterly bonus. This is, I've been authorized to give you this bonus. It only happens, once a year maybe. So you should really, if you're planning on continuing to use our software anyways, why not switch to a yearly plan, right? So that's how you can frame it. So the bottom line is you do want to have a reason why you're doing this offer. So it could be end of the year, it could be Black Friday, it could be, based on an event. So make sure you state a reason. Now, the second key component is to make sure you have a clear call to action. So yes, you send that email offering the promotion, but you want to have one very specific action that they need to do, and it can be confusing. So it either needs to be reply to this email, or go to this link and fill out the form, or call Stacy at 1-800 blah blah blah. But it needs to be extremely clear what they need to do to claim this offer. So that's pretty much it. The other thing is you don't want to overuse this. You don't want to do this every month or every 2 months even. You want to use it maybe once or twice a year max, right? So you don't want to cheapen your brand and your product. Now, all this to say is that the bottom line is you already have a gold mine of revenue literally sitting in your list. You just need to dig it out, right? So by crafting a quick promotion, at least sending out an email, at least calling, your best potential clients, giving them a call, offering them this offer, that will create a surge in your business revenue. And so this is how you can end 2019 in a great way, and Q4 in a great way. So again, I want to thank you for watching. If you are serious about growing your business over the next 12 months, again, be sure to check out gregranger.com. There's going to be a quick video there. You can watch it. If you like what you see, you can then fill out a form and we'll get on a call. So again, I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions while you're live, type them in. If you're watching this after this video is live, still type in your questions in the comment section. What I do is I will answer them in the next few videos. So again, if you like this type of content, leave a comment, like, share. And again, it's been Greg Ranger, and be sure to check out gregranger.com. Cheers.